What's up, everybody? Good morning. I just wanted to say hello and see how everybody was doing. And it's such a beautiful morning. It's about 7:30. Just got home from work. Had to come out to the beach just to see how beautiful it was. And I had to check on my turtles. There's their nest. They haven't hatched yet, but hopefully they'll be hatching before long. I was told about another 3 to 4 weeks. Anyway, I was going to post a video a couple weeks ago after I'd posted In the Depths of Hell. Uh, but things were going on, and for me, I love being positive and trying to spread positivity to everybody. Uh, but I had some personal things going on with some health issues and some other things. Had some stuff going on with my eyes, and uh, been on medication for those. And how I got pink eye, I have no idea. I know what they say it's caused from, but anyway, hopefully it's just dealing with a bunch of dirty money at work. But no, I just want to talk to you guys today a little bit about, you know, I was talking about in my uh, Depth from Hell video, um, about everything that I'd gone through uh, when I was a child and, in my earlier 20s and things of that nature, and I'm not going to get much more into my personal life today about, all that. I did what I did. I did a lot of drugs, did a lot of alcohol, a lot of personal self-harm, physically. And, it is what it is. It took me to do what I did and go through what I did to get to the point I'm at in my life. Um, One thing I will mention is, I did something back in December that hurt a lot of people that I finally started trusting, in my life. People that I'd been around for about 5 months, 6 months, uh, and you know, and I'd felt ashamed and felt bad about what I'd done. And one of these people sent me a text yesterday. Um, and it was just saying hello and how are you doing, and it meant a lot to me. Uh, and hopefully we'll be able to talk with this person soon. But anyway, I was, just, you know, I talk a lot about, taking time to smell the roses. I made a post on Facebook earlier about, just, the sunrises and sunsets and, what they mean to me. And, you know, and look at this. This is the Gulf of Mexico. It looks like a lake right now. And there's not many people on the beach, but yeah, it is still 7:30 in the morning. I guess I'm one of few that are still up from last night, but thank God it's not still being up from a bunch of damn cocaine or whatever it may be. I was watching this podcast last night, and believe it or not, I watch a lot of Logan Paul podcasts, Impulsive, and I was watching one with one of his roommates, Evan, and who is a little person, and not sure how you pronounce his dwarfism, but anyway, was going through some things that he had dealt with in life, and they got into talking about the Wright brothers, and one was saying that the first flight came in Ohio, and which of course was Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Um, but they had a diagram of an airplane, and on this diagram, at the back of the plane where the tail was at, had the word drag, but at the front of the plane it said lift. Um, and that's what we got to do in life. How are we looking at our lives? Or are we looking at it as a drag? Or what can we do to lift ourselves up? What can we do to lift somebody else up? Um, I say a lot, you never know what somebody else is going through. Even if it's just a kind smile or a word or, um, gesture, it might put a smile on that person's face that day. You know, you don't know if they're at that jumping off point where they're just at wits end with everything in life. And, something harmful may just set them off. Um, that's why I talk about a lot of positivities, is because I was at that jumping off point at one point in my life. Uh, and it's not a great place to be. It's not a fun place to be. Um, but you can get through it with positive thinking, a positive attitude, loving yourself. Um, there's nothing in this world that is that bad. And I don't care what it is. And I'm not comparing myself to anyone out there. You know, my life and what I made my life is what I did. And I say what I did is because there was nobody that forced a drink into my body. There was nobody that forced a drug into my body. There was nobody that made me cut myself. Um, I had no answers. I had no means or no way of coping with situations that I was going through. Um, sorry, I keep looking real quick. I gotta show everybody because the videos I make, I'm a pretty, I don't know what's that word. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Anyway, making these videos is not easy. Sitting out on the beach, people looking at you like, what the hell is this guy doing talking to a camera? Um, More so, they look at me and say, what is he talking to this little dinosaur for? Yeah, I'm weird, I'm crazy, but I keep it on top of my camera for the simple reason is I have something to look at when I'm making videos. Um, anyway, um, but guys, if we look at life as a negative or as a drag every day, if it's impossible to get up, if it's impossible to get dressed and showered, and you've got to drag through the day because you don't like your job or you don't like a person at your job or whatever it may be, or you're fighting some other battle of your life, addiction or food or whatever it may be. um, Look in the mirror and take a long deep look in the mirror. God has kept us here for a reason. We might not know that reason right now, but we're here for a reason. I don't know what my reason is. I really don't. But you know what? I love waking up every single morning now to looking, at all this. And yeah, I've got an awesome beach to look at. But you know what? I love the woods. I love the city. Is the only thing that we can control that I found out for myself personally that I can control is my attitude and my attitude on how I see things. And, it's like that old saying, is the glass half empty or half full? I choose every single day now. If my glass is half empty, I go to the sink and I fill it up. And I fill that up for me personally with a God that I understand on a day-to-day basis, you know, through prayer and meditation. I don't always get the answers right then, and sometimes I may never get the answer, but that's okay. Um, and I can live with that today. I can live with myself today, because for once in my life, I love myself. Um, and there's a lot of me to start to love nowadays. um, I have put on some weight, and at first it was starting to bother me. I've gained almost 70 pounds in the last 14 months since I got sober. Uh, so yeah, if that tells you anything of how skinny I was, I barely weighed 120 pounds when I decided to go to treatment. Um, but that's one thing else I want to talk about real quick is the treatment center I went to. I don't know if I'm allowed legally to mention the name of the place I went, but I will mention the initials, HCC, up in Tampa. Uh, I got to that place and I was completely broken. I remember sitting beside a lady one night, or the first night, and I say I remember, I was told, um, and I wanted a drink. And apparently I was still pretty drunk and high when I got there, and she was screaming for candy for somebody to get me some. Um, I spent a little over 5 months at HCC, and I couldn't be more grateful for these people, for what they helped me through and helped me learn about myself. Um, it's it's absolutely a bunch of incredible people there, uh, and I love them all dearly. But anyway, um, so if you're feeling down and out, and you just don't feel like adulting today or whatever, then don't adult. If you get a day, don't adult. Go to the beach, be a kid, act stupid. Go to a theme park. You know, go wherever. If it's in your backyard, blow up a balloon, play with a balloon. Whatever it is, that suits your fancy. That'll bring a smile to your face. Um, I'm so very grateful, so very grateful, that I get to come out to the beach on a day-to-day basis. Um, there's days I just stay in my apartment and I sleep or draw or paint, make, you know, necklaces or whatever, and trying to get this believe line started and everything else. Um, but that's beside the point. We all face things in life that we don't want to face. Life happens. There's nothing we can do or change about it. Life is going to happen. And that was one of the hardest things for me to realize is, you know, I don't have control over life's doings and happenings. Just like, that turtle nest right there. I didn't have anything to do with that. I didn't create that beautiful body of water out there, this beach. One thing I can create is a smile, though. A smile for myself and hopefully for somebody else. Fight through whatever's bothering you and do not be afraid to ask for help. We all need help time to time. And it is scary. I lived my life in so much fear for so many years. And I still get fearful at things. But one thing I'm grateful that I don't have to be fearful of today is myself. Because I can love myself today. I look at myself as a different person today, not who I was even yesterday. I try to be a better person every single day. Lend a helping hand if I can. Give a positive message if I can. Love yourself. Love one another. But always, always believe in yourself. Until next time, peace out.